Yo, Kingearner coming to you live and direct. Just made a long video and the phone cut off on me, so doing this by way of iPhone. Shout out to iPhone, Apple. I want to really speak on a topic tonight and kind of give you guys an understanding of where I'm coming from and how I feel about it. I feel like Bill may have done something right, but I don't think Bill done it that many times. I think Bill may have slipped him a woman or two a drink that caused him to be unconscious and he went a little too far, which is not excusable. But all these women that's coming forth, I don't believe you. I can't believe every last person. What's the statistic in all of them being on some truthful honesty? I don't understand how everyone is believing every last woman that came forth and said that Bill touched them or put something in their drink and made them go unconscious. And he took advantage. Their evidence, let's be truthful, they really don't have evidence. They have these women saying this happened, but they don't have people from the outside that said, I witnessed this happen. Now, let's be truthful. You had the beautiful Phylicia Rashad. The man would be in the bed with her a lot on the Cosby Show. Let's go to Lisa Bonet. I mean, she was a young lady at the time. I would think at the end of the day that if that was a situation that Bill was really into, he would never ever been able to hold himself away from them women. But, you'll have dudes that got a platform. They got a nice little following. I got a little following. I ain't going to say I got a whole lot of followers. But you want to find them lie and persuade and say this how they feel about it only to favor towards the women. Now, I want individuals to understand this. As a man, I have never raped a woman in my life. I have never attempted to rape a woman in my life. But I've had incidents where as though I may have disrespected a woman. I may have put my hands on a woman. And I want for people to understand that the only reason why the honesty is in that so deep is because when you change from that, you have a habit and you have a zeal to let people know, like, look, that has happened before, but I refrain from that. I've became a man who made sure that I watch every movement or everything that I do when it comes down to handling our beautiful queens. But some can't do that. Some can't resist, so you will have these Bill Cosby type individuals that's taking on this type of mindset that really are. And I'm saying the Bill Cosby type incident only because this is the only time I've heard of so many women being, betrayed into being taken advantage of, if this is the truth. Now, everybody got to agree that there's no way every last one of them women are telling the truth. Let's be truthful. The statistics won't even prove that. I mean, in the world we live, you can't get 10 people to agree on telling the truth. But if there is, my heart do go out to them. But if it isn't, you should feel bad. This man about to go to jail. Listen to me. And they don't have no leniency for old men in the penitentiary. You may go to like an old man's block in some jails. But Bill will get carried, man. You know why I say Bill would get carried? And you know what? Bill wouldn't get carried, but the guards would try to treat him bad up Camp Hill. They would allow him to go and just die. The man is already old, and he go into a prison like Camp Hill, Graterford and all that. That man may have a heart attack. And a lot of people are not seeing the big picture. The big picture is they dealt with it for 30 years. How about we get Bill to give them some type of closure like he been did? I believe that Bill done this 1 or 2 times. I believe he done it. And I believe that they've told others that he done it to them, and it spread like wildfire. And now we got Bill going to the can. Listen to me. Our judicial system is crazy. Ain't no way that man was supposed to get found guilty. Even if he done it, I'm saying that the type of individual he was, what he gave, no way that man was supposed to get found guilty. But let's not remember, he was just a second from buying one of the biggest networks, ABC, NBC. One of them, they made them women go forth. throw that out the window and let's take everything that he ever earned and every honor. And I want people to understand this. This is why you don't trust into people to ever support you all the time, because something go wrong, they're not going to support you anymore. And you got to be able to keep going. I know that firsthand. People wasn't, giving me no honor in reference to a situation that I had in my past. Now you would think that me, an individual that's, that had a past, that's giving these children an understanding and giving our community an understanding of what not to follow in my past, you would think that they would be like, certain incidents like, oh, okay, that happened because that was his past. If the man is a changed man now, how can we ridicule him? And I want to say something to the people. There is no change for individuals that are perverts. Now, I'm not going to say that in an understanding where I'm trying to give y'all guys like that's in concrete. I'm saying that these individuals have problems. They have bad habits of putting their hands on women in places they're not supposed to put them. If a woman tell you no, I don't care on what level it is, it's no. She say no. I don't care what she done, how much you guys grinded. I don't care what she let you do. Touch her all over, it don't matter. If she don't want you to have intercourse with her, she can say no. And guess what? We have to respect that. As a kid, it was like, wow, why would she go ahead and let me do this? When I was a young boy and I had a girlfriend, I'd be like, man, why would she let me get that far and then tell me to stop? It used to upset me. But it was like, she probably was a virgin or something because we were that young. But as an adult, it was like, for a woman to do that, it was strange. And a lot of women do that these days. But me as a man, how I take it, I don't care what you do. We can have oral sex. We can have whatever. If you tell me I don't want you to penetrate me, I am not going far. I'm going to stop. I'll just leave. That's what I'll do. I'll just leave. Because I wasn't supposed to be here, and games you playing is not the games that I want to play. So you got to keep it pushing. But a lot of individuals don't know how to come forth and even speak on it, especially the women, because the minute they're around, the minute they love, don't even help them with the closure on it. Now, me, from being the type of individual I was in the past and how I didn't have a whole lot of respect for women, when I'm saying that, like I just would, sleep around when I was a young boy, I wasn't a guy that just stayed with one woman, even though I may have had a girl. If that doesn't begin to hurt you after a while, you're a cold-hearted individual. If you cheating on your woman, even if she's your girlfriend, and it don't hurt your heart after a while, you're just a cold-hearted individual. I don't care how many times I used to cheat, it always hurt in my heart after a long period of time because you can see the pain within a woman. So I'm saying to a Bill Cosby type individual, a guy that got charges like Bill Cosby got and got found guilty and really done it, I got to say to you was that, what's the problem? You have to be sick. Now, I understand diseases and stuff like that. When I say diseases, like mental diseases. But something is definitely going wrong if you're having sex with women who's not, they're not alive and with it. I don't understand that. What kind of fun could an individual get out of that? And this is why I feel as though prison even shouldn't be a spot for them type of guys. They should go to mental institutions and stay there until they find out what's wrong, because there are studies that's been done on certain individuals. I was reading and going over a lot of work before I actually spoke on this, and they had one guy who they had to try to figure out. They were trying to figure out like his mind frame. Like they was trying to find meds for him because they were saying that he really was mentally sick. He couldn't help himself. If there are individuals out there and they know that, why don't they put them individuals in their own land somewhere amongst themselves and make sure they monitor the children being born and take their children from them, because ain't no way in this world that we got individuals really walking around like this and they're going to prison. Prison shouldn't be the place for that. So if Bill done this, I think some type of psychological help would be for him to have. I mean, I'm pretty sure he want to reserve his appeal rights, so he's not going to go to sentencing and saying, I need help, crying out, and maybe the courts will help him. He's not going to do that because he's saying he's not guilty. But if he was to do that, would the system even help him? Or would the system be so happy to see a rich, successful black man stripped of a majority of everything that he has based off of 30-year-old evidence? I don't know. But the people, I'm asking you guys in the comments, tell me what you think. How do you feel? Do you feel like Bill done this? Anybody, I'm open to opinion. I'm not going to argue back with y'all. We're not going to go back and forth. But me, the way I feel like maybe he did do it once or twice, and it grew like a wildfire. Maybe he done it to more than one or two women. But whatever it is, I'm saying a number that they're saying 60-something and whatever, there's no way around that, or 36. I mean, I don't know. But whatever the case may be, do you guys believe that everyone is telling the truth? Because I don't. Let's not forget who Bill is. Let's not forget that Bill Cosby himself, through his sitcoms, have babysitted a lot of us. It has made us quiet and humble and look at a family like that and say, this is what a black family should be like. This is a normal black family that had problems, but they still made it normal. He didn't sell out for TV. He didn't. So I'm thankful to my listeners. I'm thankful to my followers, but I appreciate it in the comments. Tell me what you think. Kingearner live and direct.